As a beginner filmmaker, at some point you're going to start looking into purchasing a camera. And you know what? I'm not going to tell you not to do that because a camera is pretty important. But what I am going to do is give you some advice to help you with making that purchasing decision. We're not going to talk about technical specs today. I'm not the most technical person, and I think there's other people that are on YouTube that do a better job of that. What I want to do is give you 3 steps that I think you should take before you purchase a camera, and these steps I think will help set you on the right path to getting the camera that meets your needs. So let's get into it. Step number 1, actually start making videos. Now this means make videos with whatever you have. So if you have an old camera, use that. If all you have is a smartphone, use that. Now the reason that I recommend that you do this is because you need to get practice. Look at this as test footage. Look at it as an exploration into what you're actually interested in, because a lot of times when we're just getting started, we have an idea of what we think we want to do when it comes to making videos, but then when we actually get started, we might find that we head in a slightly different direction based on our experience. So get that experience so that you can get clarity on what it is that you're ultimately going to need a camera to be able to do for you, and so that you can find one that actually meets your needs. So that's step 1. Step 2 is, once you have that experience, make a list of what matters. You don't have to be technical here, and in fact, the idea is that this list is going to help you do the research to figure out what technical specifications you need to be looking for. So for instance, maybe you find that you really like shooting candid street cinematography at night. Now you know that you need a camera that's going to perform well in low light conditions. Well, what are some of the things that you should be looking for in order to ensure that your camera does what you need it to do? Do a Google search, and you might find that dual ISO is something that you should be looking for in your camera. Maybe you discover that you really like working with slow motion footage. Now you need to look for a camera that has higher frame rates. Maybe you realize that you really want to go handheld a lot of the times, and the size of your camera, the ergonomics of your camera to allow you to do that in a comfortable manner is going to matter to you. There's all sorts of things, from audio considerations to how your camera connects with different devices, that will come into play as you get experience. So make that list. And then step 3, once you have that list, once you know what is out there that meets your needs, what the options are, you wouldn't buy a car without taking it for a test drive first. I want you to keep the same mindset with your camera. So step 3, take your camera for a test drive. Figure out where you can go to rent the different cameras that are available so that you can get some hands-on experience and really figure out what is going to best work for you. So there you go. There's 3 things I recommend you do before purchasing a camera. Hopefully you found this list helpful. If you want some tips on some of the more technical things to look for, I've created a list that you can find for free without opting in. You don't have to give your name or email address. You can just head over to videographyessentials.com/camera and you can access that on my website. Hope you enjoyed this video. See you soon. If you're ready to get started making movies of your own, let me help you learn how to tell your story the way it deserves to be heard.